Hey Wonder Friends, today we're going to learn how to draw a taco mouse, and we're going to use the taco shell to use as the body of the mouse, and we're going to create a character that you are going to have a lot of fun drawing. We're going to create it right now.
Here we go! Time for Wonder Friends Show! Yeah!
All right, Wonder Friends, we are going to draw a taco mouse. Okay, we're continuing this idea of I want to take a everyday object that you're very familiar with and how do we turn it into a character that you can have a lot of fun with and change the way it looks. We're flexing our creativity here, and I'm going to use two different markers to do it. I'm going to use this big thick Sharpie and the thin Sharpie. You can draw with anything that you want. If you want to use some pencils and stuff like that, that's perfectly fine. I want a quick reminder to you that you're going to draw different than me. You're going to draw just like you, and that's fine. You might get frustrated and feel like you messed up, or you think I go too fast or something like that. It's easy. Just get a new piece of paper or rewind the video, start over. No big deal. So let's get started with our page horizontal, and we're going to start with this taco mouse kind of right here in the middle, and we're going to start by just kind of think about making like a roller coaster hill like this. It's just a big old hill that kind of comes up just like that. I'm going to quickly just switch over to the thinner Sharpie just for the inside of this taco, and I'm just going to make some squiggly stuff. It doesn't have to be a perfect thing. This is like, think about the inside of the taco. I want you just to kind of put whatever, what kind of stuff do you like in your tacos? Just make some different shapes and stuff like that. Even if you want to put in something that's not actually in tacos in here, feel free. This is the cool part, is you are making it. So if you want to change it up in any way, feel free. Nobody is going to judge you on it or think it's wrong. Just make some stuff. Make an inner thing for the taco, right? Now, where we connected back here, you know, if you think of a taco shell, it's got like if you look at it from the side, it's got a little, it's a shell, right? It's a little pouch for you to put the stuff in. Now, in order to get that look on your drawings, what we're going to do is we're going to start back here at the top of the peak, and we're going to bring a line that kind of comes back through, and we're going to connect it down here. Now, we aren't so worried about how much we're going to connect it there, and I'll show you why in a second, but what we're going to do is we're just going to bring a line back this way, okay? Now, right now it kind of has that taco vibe, but here's what we're going to do. Remember why I said we didn't really care about this part? This is why, because what we're going to do at the end here is I want us to put just a circle and then fill this in. So we kind of masked where it's supposed to connect anyway, and you'll see in a second what that actually will become. And we're going to connect this line across just like this. And if you need to, like, you know, clean up any edges or anything like that, perfectly fine to do all of those things. We're going to then, right here at the top, we need to put some ears on. So one of the ways that we're going to do it is we're just going to draw kind of like a, you know, just you know, an ear shape. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side, just like that. Now, if you want, I have like a thinner fine point marker that I can put in even thinner lines there for the inside of there. And if you want to do anything like little speckles, you know, like if you look at a taco shell, right, it's like it's made out of corn, and they have like little spots on there. You can add those little spots, any of those details that you want to put in there. Feel free to do all that stuff as well. I'm just going to clean up my edge here real quick. Now, once you have that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to the thinner Sharpie. And remember, what we're doing is really kind of leaving the outside shell. We really want to make sure that everybody knows that this is a taco first. This is why I want to switch to the thinner one. And what we're going to do is here, we're going to draw a line that just comes up this way. Now, here's the cool part about when you're working with markers. I want this line to make sure that it connects here. I can just go ahead and fill that in and clean that up with no problem at all. And I'm going to put just a little bump there on the end. Now, for the eyeballs, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one right here. And I'm going to draw another one over here, and I'm going to connect over here. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be attached like it would be in the real world. You can have an eyeball right over here, and it still looks like it's part of the character. Nobody's going to think that that character doesn't have that second eye because, again, you're making cartoons, so it's okay. And we're going to draw just another one right there as well. Now, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to draw some eyebrows on here, and those eyebrows are just going to go up just like so. Okay, draw those eyebrows up like that. If you want to thicken them up, which I kind of really do, I can just switch back over to the thicker one. Just like that. You can clean up the edges if you want to curve any of them. All that stuff like that. Really have fun with it. Don't be so hung up on it. It's got to be a certain way. You know, like have a good time with it. That's the fun part about making illustrations and things like this. Now, again, for the legs, we are going to keep it very simple. I just want you to do just some straight up and down lines. And then we're going to put for feet, we're just going to do some feet like this. Just like that. Have some fun with that, you know, and we can add in some, like a little tail in the end here. If you want to make the tail thicker, you know, think of it this way. It's going to start up here and it's going to taper and it'll get bigger as it gets down and attaches to the body, just like a regular mouse would. You know, anything else we need to put in here? Let's see, whiskers is another thing. So you can draw some whiskers out here. Just like that. Any other details that you want to put in there. This is the cool part about this stuff. When you're making cartoon characters, it's really about how, you know, what you want to add to it. This was a big thing when I started out making all of the, you know, characters and things like this. As I started to learn, was I would sometimes be worried about it has to look a certain way, otherwise people won't believe it. But this is the cool part about when you're making cartoons. Anything could be possible. So don't be so caught up on making it right or perfect or things like this. Here's the cool part. All this is a piece of paper. If you don't like it, you just get a new piece of paper and start over again. That's the cool part about doing this stuff. And then what we're going to do is I want to put some teeth on. I want to put just a tooth, and I'm going to draw just a little line like that. Now, a great way to make it look like a tooth is just to put a little line between. It kind of gives a little divider. It shows that there's two teeth there, all that stuff like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we want to you know, color this thing if you want. And what we're going to do is at the end of this video, if you want to color just like me, all you gotta do is going to pause the video. So at the end of this video, we're gonna put up a screen here to show you what the final one looks like once I get it colored. And if you want to color just like I do, all you have to do is just pause it there, get your crayons, markers, and all that good stuff like that out, and color it. Otherwise, if you want to just color it like how you want to color it, that's fine too. Just do that. But the last thing you need to do is you need to make sure you sign your name on it, so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. Hey guys, I hope you had a lot of fun drawing this taco mouse. Now remember, it just doesn't have to be a taco. You can change it any way you want. You can make it a nacho mouse. You can make it whatever. We're really just starting to learn how to take a normal everyday object. That's the goal of this video, and to create into something that's just a simple character that you can learn how to draw from. Remember, flexing your creativity can happen in a bunch of different ways. And if you want to color just like me, make sure that you just pause the video at the end of this, get out your crayons, markers, all that stuff like that. Have a lot of fun coloring. And speaking of fun, make sure you check out the next videos coming up, where you're guaranteed to draw something that you may not think that you can right now, but with a little bit of help from me and a lot of practice from you, guaranteed that you're gonna master it.
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!